Nathan Joseph's Kate from TalkSport. You were undone by just two goals from two shots on target, really, weren't you?
Yeah, but that can happen to you at this level. There's some good sides that can do that. The second goal was a real swift counter attack, and they scored from a great strike from a set play. So that can happen. But I'm just a bit disappointed in the build up to their second goal. We should have been better. We give the ball away cheaply. We let people run off us, and that can't happen because then you get punished. But we had enough of the game to score 2 goals today. We scored one. We had chances. Should have had a penalty. We've had umpteen amounts of crosses and opportunities around the box. It's just we have to show a little bit more quality in terms of our play.
Plenty of changes at half-time, and they seem to make the difference. They sort of inspired second half, weren't they?
Well, look, we realise we've got 3 games this week, and we want to make the most of home games and so on. So look, we've had to make sure we mix the side up at half-time. We weren't getting any impact. We weren't, so I had to make changes, really, and they did. We brought on some quality, really, in terms of especially Keenan and Reece. I thought were excellent second half. Danny toiled, but he needs to find a bit of rhythm, and I thought the subs made a good impact. Kazenga when he came on as well. So look, we just need to be a little bit more fluent in terms of what we do and show a little bit more quality. And if we'd done that, then look, we would have got something from the game.
And it was certainly a spectacular goal from Kazenga, wasn't it?
It was, and from distance, but he can do that, and he's had 1 or 2 before that went for a corner that that got blocked. And we've had enough shots and enough opportunities and enough crosses, but we didn't really show that pure quality to score. When you get in that final third to put a ball on a plate for someone, then it's the run meets that, and then quality to finish. We had enough sort of situations where we should have got something from the game, but we didn't, and that's sometimes a little bit of quality, sometimes a little bit of decision making, and that's the disappointing thing, because we should have got something out of the game today.
Not a great run at the moment, and no. Down to 15th, looking at the table. But what do you take to the next game?
Well, we just got to make sure that we're on the front foot and we pick up results, because it's not a great run. You're right. We've had some difficult games. We've picked up some good wins at home. We have to make sure we try to capitalise on these 2 home games now, because, as I said, it's a long way to go. We've got to make sure that we're nowhere near where we were last year. We are in a considerably better position, I think, than where we were last year, and we have to make sure we continue that vein and start moving away from and start moving up the table rather than slipping just gradually down it.
What do you think, finally, then, from me, Nathan? What do you think is the difference? What will make the difference?
I think it's just a little bit more quality, a little bit more belief in what we do, but we've got to make sure that we're at it as well, because we weren't first half. We were sloppy in certain things. One's a corner, you can't really do too much. The second goal is avoidable, and then it makes it a different game when it's only 1-0, because you get one and then momentum changes. But we needed to be better. Look, we know we're not perennial at this level to be able to afford £15-20 million worth of players and so on, but we do enough work to provide us with solutions and opportunities, and that's what we've got to make more of. Cheers.
How frustrating was it to not carry on the Bournemouth performance as well, especially in that first half?
Well, look, they're different games, and you come to, and after the first 3 minutes, I didn't see if suddenly had a problem. Then they scored from an unbelievable corner, whether it's worked or not. But to have a volley from that angle that loops over your keeper and goes in the top bin, that's a little bit extraordinary. But I'm disappointed with the second goal, because we give the ball away in the middle of the park, then we're open. Well, we don't set up to be open, and then we let a runner go, then they play, and then they score, and then those are the things that we are avoidable, and those are the things where we need to do the basics a lot better. Once we do the basics a lot better, then we give ourselves opportunities. Like last year, we're trying to evolve and be a better championship football side, but last year we did the basics really well and didn't concede many away from home. It's a bit different now, and we're winning home games or doing better at home than we are away. So we've got to make sure that we arrest that, and then we become better team. But it is a bit disappointing not to continue that. But they're different games. And look, we had enough of the game today to have got something out of the game with more shots, more possession, more crosses. So if we do that, then and suddenly show more quality in the final third, then we'd have got something from the game.
made the 3 changes before the game? Was that just due to the schedule that is going? You've got the next 2 games coming up.
Well, we have, and look, and maybe that's my fault that we can't second guess anything. We just got to literally take each game as it comes and go from game to game. But we tried to plan and tried to think, well, okay, what do we need for the next game, and so on and so forth. And look, maybe I tinkered a little bit, because the ones that I kind of looked after today probably were the ones that really impacted when they came on.
There's a moment as well on the first half, the penalty on Martin McCraney. On replays, it's clear inside the box, isn't it? Which could be a big moment in the game.
Well, it is a massive moment in the game, because that you go in 2-1, it's different, and they're a little bit more edgy, and we come out, and then we only need 1 to get something from the game. But the 2-0, and look at the 2-0. They slowed the game down. They were allowed to slow the game down. There was so many fouls by the midfield player and nothing was done, so it really sort of frustrated you second half. But look, as I said, I can't affect those kind of things. What I'm looking at is we had enough structural opportunities that when we got in the final third to deliver, to put balls in the box, to put quality in the box, to hit the target, to have movement and headers, to do all that, because we work on things. But they didn't do that, and that's the only thing I can affect. I can't affect the performance and refereeing performance, a decision, or so on. But those are things I can affect, and that's what I'm disappointed with.